Let's bring in Allianz Chief Economic Advisor, former PIMCO CEO, Mohamed El-Erian. It's good to have you take part in our conversation. And I want to be clear, just because there's a story written that says there are some bond investors who are concerned about Kevin Hassett being the next Fed chair, let's not make it seem like bond investors have lined up down the block to say we don't want this guy to be in this role. I get that there are some, according to the sources cited in this article, but should the bond market be concerned at all?
So first of all, I don't know who these bond investors are, but they haven't expressed that view in the marketplace. I think Steve was absolutely right. You don't see it in the steepening of the curve. You don't see it in the break-evens. You don't see it in how the market has priced cuts after April next year. You simply don't see it. You need a magnifying glass to find it. Where there has been a move, it has been in yields, but I suspect that has more to do with Japan than with who's going to replace the Fed. So I think it's important that they may talk the talk, but they haven't traded anything resembling a worry expressed in the FT. The second issue is...
I'm sorry, go ahead. I apologize.
No, the second issue is Steve is absolutely right. Whoever is chair will inherit a fractured Fed. They will need time to impose their authority. Scott, I think we are way too focused on the short term and not enough on the long term. What's really important for markets is that every single one on the short list has said that the Fed is in urgent need for reform. And lots of people agree with that, including me. So we really should be focusing on the long-term implications for the Fed and not whether we get more cuts in the second half of next year.
Dan Greenhouse, who was on earlier, and you may have heard the comments that he had made, essentially said people are making way too much of this idea that Hassett will simply do President Trump's bidding, that every president has a political relationship of some sort with the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Some have come out of other administrations, too. So all of you are making a way too big a deal about essentially what is one vote.
And I think that's correct. It is a political appointment, and I'm glad he went through the prior chairs, all of whom had had some job in the administration. The second issue is that he's got to bring the committee along with him. It is not that easy. Whether it's Kevin Hassett, Kevin Walsh, Rick Reeder, whoever it is, they're going to need time to impose their authority. What they desperately need to do is give a forward-looking, unifying vision of where this economy is going, which is what this Fed lacks. Otherwise, these divisions that are quite deep are going to last for a long time.
What do you think happens next week?
I think they cut. I mean, the market expectation is 91%. I think they should cut. So hopefully they will do what the market expects them to do, and they should do what the market expects them to do.
You think they'll continue to cut, or you think it'll be more of a hawkish cut?
I think it will be more of a hawkish cut. I think they're going to frame it or package it in the context of this data is so confusing, it's not even complete, we have to wait and see. And that comes from a Fed that's excessively data dependent. If they were to look forward and they see what's going on the supply side, I think they would signal a less hawkish cut. But I think this Fed, which is very backward looking, will signal a hawkish cut.